Should we film it like we're two teens that are gonna go bang somewhere? Like,
I mean, if you want to.
That's how these things usually start out, right? They're like, let's go run away.
True.
I'm gonna go give you a blowjob in the forest.
Most ghosts don't happen until banging happens. Is this the bridge?
Let me see.
Do you feel spooked?
No, am I dead?
No, you're fine. So, hey. You need to calm down. No horses.
I got stuck on the tree.
You got stuck. What was that? What was that?
It was an attacking.
What was that?
It was an attacking tree.
What was that?
It was a haunted
Shh.
tree.
Shh. What? Okay.
Nothing? Oh, fuck.
You know, there was actually an episode where they were like, you know, at a haunted place, and the ghost something happened, and the ghost hunters were like, "Oh, where the fuck is Tony? Where the fuck is Tony?" And then they like found out Tony went to the liquor store across the street. And they were like, "Oh, dude, you fucking left the super important place you're supposed to be." He's like, "Oh, I just wanted like a pack of smokes." Like, yeah, there it is there.
The Ghost Bridge.
So just in case anything does not go as planned, I got you some protection. Here you go.
Oh, cool.
Just take that, and in case anything happens, just hold it up and, you know, say some spoopy shit. And for me, just in case anything bad goes down, let's go hunt some ghosts. Gotta put it back though, I'm not gonna keep it out. It'll rust the blade.
Yeah.
The blade gets like rusty, like right here. Weird, I'm the one getting a, oh shit. Fucking not very stable.
Yeah, I was like, I had trouble with that. It's not like mountain water. Oh shit, there's a ghost.
Oh, yeah, there's a ghost. There's a spoopy ghost. Right there. Do you see it? Oh, you can see it just a little bit. Oh, it's a ghost. Oh wait. No, that's Gary. That's just Gary. Yeah, it's not. It's not a ghost. It's just Gary. We know Gary. Yeah, he lives around here. Come on.
I don't want to. Let's just go back.
No, not until we film something spoopy. Let's ask the ghost some questions.
All right.
Let's ask the ghost some questions.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, it's a perfect idea. It's what ghost hunters do. It's what we're going to do. We are here at the Jericho Covered Bridge, haunted bridge in northern Maryland. Spirits are said to reside here. How great would it be if we create ghost stories? People are like, did you see the two kids that were by the bridge? And then they drive by and there's no kids. They're like, oh fuck! The bridge was built in 1860, and it has a history where former slaves that would run away from their slave masters would be hung here. If there are any spirits here, please let us know. What is your name? How long have you been here? Why are you still here? Spirits, who do you think is going to win between the Baltimore and the Vikings? Honestly, the Ravens defense has been pretty solid, but Vikings offense has also been working pretty well, so if you're betting any money, probably going Vikings. Spirits, you think there's going to be any problems between North Korea and China now that America's kind of gotten involved? If there are any spirits here, tell us, do you think Donald Trump is going to fuck everything over? Tell us what you see on the other side. We ask the spirits the hard questions, ones people aren't afraid to ask. If there are any spirits here, please let us know. Let us know of your presence. If you want to just knock anything over, make a noise, want to touch my arm, touch my head, or maybe you just want to go down and touch my leg. Ghosts, if there are any front here, please let us know. I didn't feel anything. Not even anything on my dick. It's a shame. Well, this has been Steven and
Mark
of the Off the Border podcast here at the Jericho Covered Bridge. Not really much of excitement today. Nothing really happened.
Yeah, no, nothing happened.
Yeah, so hey,
shit,
maybe
that?
ghosts are. What, you hear something? Oh wait, I heard that too. What the hell was that? Yeah, I could have sworn I just heard a noise. I have no idea where the hell it came from. Oh my god! Look at the fucking spider! We gotta get out of here, dude! Nope, I'm not turning right here.
So kind of a bummer. With,
Yeah. Yeah,
the recording equipment today.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, but
Fucking batteries didn't work.
yeah.
We wanted to be kind of like mobile, and that didn't happen. So
Yeah.
let's just be sad. Let's not even talk.
Just be fucking upset. No, it's yeah. I've done that so many times, and you know what I hate is you have moments like this where you're like man, it didn't work. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. And then,
my life is over.
My life is over.
Nothing matters.
And then someone that you talk to is like, yeah, man, I made this dumb mistake where I thought this thing was gonna work and it didn't. And then they go, well, didn't you check it beforehand? Don't you think you could have?
Fuck those people.
Yeah, it's like fuck you. Like I'm already beating myself up. You don't have to do it for me. Like
I don't know if you realize this, but I did, and I'm in the future. And don't you have that benefit of being in the future?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. God, my mom and my sister do that to me all the time. Where I'm like, oh fuck, I brought this thing all the way out here and I thought it worked. And they'd be like, well, you should have checked it before we left. Like, well, yeah, I know I should have checked it before I left, but I didn't. That's part of the reason why I'm angry at myself.
Go back in time and check it. Go back in time.
Go back in time and fix your mistakes.
The prevailing theory that we have though is that obviously ghosts, spirits inhabited our recording equipment.
Yep.
And totally fucked us over.
Because ghosts are made out of EMP.
Okay.
And so they fuck with electronics.
Ah.
So that's what it was. It was that they didn't want to be recorded because they believe in their own privacy.
Weird.
They're like, I don't want people recording me. Ugh, no thank you. I don't like the sound of my voice. It always comes out grainy and like a small child. I'm a 40-year-old man, and my ghost voice comes out as a 30-year-old child. So please don't record me.
And the ghost is like, is that how I really sound? And everyone's like, yes.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. It always sounds like I always come out like I'm booing people.
Do I really
I'm
sound
not.
like that?
I'm a cheerful guy. I hope you do well. But yeah, so welcome to the Off the Border podcast with Steven and
Mark.
And yeah, so we
Spoopy.
were at the Jericho Covered Bridge.
We were at the most terrifying location
It was so scary.
I've ever been to
It was super spoopy.
in any of my reincarnated lives, which
In
I've had
all of
several.
them. Yep. And I was there for some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in fact, I think one of our lives was at the Jericho Covered Bridge many years ago when it wasn't even a bridge. It was just a small walk along a creek. Is all it was.
It was a plank.
Yeah, it was just a plank of wood that we put over there, and then it gradually grew into a bridge. Yeah, but it was in. It's in. Where the hell are we in?
We are in Kingsville,
Kingsville,
Maryland.
Maryland. And it's an old bridge that was built in 18. You know what? I think part of the reason nothing happened is because they renovated it.
If you've seen season 2, 3 of House of Cards, this is like the area where Doug Stamper took the prostitute to get killed.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Like, he, like, tried to drop her off in the woods and kill her, but, like, she took him out. She, like, drove away in his car.
Yeah.
Like, this is that area.
It's basically that area. But yeah, I think the reason nothing happened was because the bridge was renovated a few years ago, and that's probably it's probably what it is they took away all the spooky boards.
Right.
Like, they took away all the scary wood.
They weren't up to code.
Yeah.
They're like, this has got a spook factor of 7, and you got to be at a 2.
Because this was a theory that I'm like working on because of something I don't understand is how come ghosts can only come from like a certain time period? Like they have to be like 200 years old, at least. They have to be like 200 or 150 years old. Otherwise, it's like you can't become a ghost. There's like an age limit. Because like they're all Victorian, or they're all, like Western. I saw a man in an old wear, like what they used to wear in 1850. Like, there's never like I saw this guy. He had Jordans, and his pants were sagging low, but I could see through them. Like, there's never any modern day ghosts.
You don't really have like the opposite either, where it's like there was a caveman and he had a
club.
Well,
see, and that was what my question is, right? So, were ghosts in ancient time cavemen ghosts? Like would Greeks walk around and then they'd walk by a cave and they'd see like a caveman ghost in a loincloth going ooh ooh ooh, and they'd be like, oh, my Cletus, I just saw a spooky ghost of a man in old garb, like what we did before we read and wrote. It was crazy. I heard a scary voice. I heard a scary voice behind me, and it was like, ah!
Ooga booga, ooga booga dooga.
But yeah, this is the Halloween episode of Off the Border.
And we're gonna keep it Halloweeny,
scary.
Are you going trick or treating this year?
I am not going trick or treating. No matter how elaborate my costumes get, they still figure out that I'm 23.
I don't know. I feel like for the amount of effort it takes, like let's say I go trick or treating for an hour.
Yeah.
Am I gonna make $9 worth of candy in that hour?
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
so what, you resell the candy?
Well, no, I could go work for an hour.
Oh, gotcha. You work for an hour and then you have that money.
And exchange that currency
for candy.
Okay. Which is a lesson these kids need to learn.
Yeah.
How you get a job, you little bums.
Yeah.
Pieces of.
No, I started giving out candy a few years ago, and then what I like to do is I like to try to scare kids.
That's
when I do it.
Socialism.
Yeah, dude, I'm all for that Bernie Sanders.
You're a communist.
Bernie Sanders, 2020, 2022, 2024, and however fucking long that old hag has to live.
You should dress up as Karl Marx for Halloween.
That is scary.
And give out candy.
Nothing is scarier than Marxism. I think actually like the last year that you're maybe allowed to trick or treat, I was like, I don't want trick or treat. I want to give out candy. Just because I realized like trick or treating is like you can just get candy. Like you can go buy candy. Like I realized like you can have a job and go out and get candy. You don't need to go get it from strangers.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I wanna go and scare kids. Try to get them to stop taking my candy.
The last time I went trick or treating, I must have been in the 7th or 8th grade,
and
I thought, man, I might be a little too old to be trick or treating. And then as I was going around in my costume with a mask, so no one could really see me, or notice who I was, I saw one of the other kids in my class going around trick or treating with his family, and his parents saw me trick or treating and said, "Hey, don't you think he's a little too old to be trick or treating?" Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, fuck off, old man Jenkins.
We're the same age.
Yeah.
Me and your child are the same age.
Just because you have a little twink son that can pass for a younger kid.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean Yeah.
I was thin too. I was a thin little, 13-year-old sized person.
Yeah.
I didn't look fucking,
Super
not
old.
13.
Yeah. Didn't look older than your age.
I wasn't walking around with my fucking walker doing the geriatrics thing.
Yeah. There are certainly okay, do you know what I think is bullshit? Even more so than the older kids that try to go trick-or-treating, it's the parents that take their little babies trick-or-treating. Like, fuck all. We know you're getting that candy. Don't fucking try to fool us. You can't scam me that your little baby that has 0 teeth is not going to be eating the small snack-sized pack of fucking Skittles. No, it's not happening.
If they are, call CPS.
Yeah. And if you're feeding this to your baby, go fuck off.
Oh, good. I don't have to pay for formula for the next couple months. Ooh.
No, that's parents trying to get like natural Ritalin and just being like, I need to fucking fill my body with all this Halloween sugar. Try to fucking get myself situated. But yeah, there are sometimes when people are trick or treating and I see them like come up, I'm like, you're too old.
Dude,
I'm like, you need to cut it out.
I just moved into my apartment.
Yeah.
Halloween was on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they had any kind of trick or treating, and then I think it was a week later, like at 3:00 in the afternoon. Kids came knocking on my door, and they're like, trick or treat. And I didn't know what to say, so I was like, no? No, thank you.
No, thank you. I will not give in to your socialism.
It's November the 8th.
Yeah.
Or such. No. I'm not going to give you stuff today.
Yeah.
I don't even think they were in costume. I think they're just kids going door to door into apartments. It's like, hey.
Trying to like trick people.
Give me some free shit.
Yeah.
Feel bad.
There are sometimes, where like communities will do something beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. Especially for like the younger kids that parents don't want their kids going out that late and shit. I remember when trick-or-treating started happening early. I remember trick-or-treating didn't start happening until sundown. Trick-or-treating was happening at sundown. When the sun was going down, that was when kids started leaving. And then I just noticed, like, when I started giving out candy, I noticed that, like, oh no, kids are coming out broad daylight. Like, they're going out at like 4:00.
Yeah, that's not even
And it's
fun.
like, what the fuck?
It's still hot out.
Weird. Yeah, it's
the
hot.
sun.
Yeah. It's like if any of them have those costumes, yeah. Oh man, one of my favorite costumes was also one of the most horrible experiences that I've ever had in my life. I was one year my mom made me a Chewbacca outfit from hand. She bought me like some sweatpants, like a sweatsuit, and I was young, so it was small and it was kind of easy to make. But then she took carpet, like she went to like a Lowe's and picked out carpet and then sewed it onto the suit. Well, then we went and got like a werewolf mask, and then kind of modified it, and we put hair on the face because like a werewolf has like the skin, no hair on the face, but it had like the hair on top of the head and stuff. Well, she put hair on the face to make it look like, oh yeah, it's Chewbacca, and it was really cool. But hair kept getting into my freaking mouth the entire night. Like, I'd go up and trick or treat the entire time. I got home and I refused to eat any of my candy till the next day because my mouth was just filled with carpet hair. But it was really cool. And then she took like CD, not CD tapes, like track tapes, and the cases that they used to have, and covered them with tinfoil and put them on a belt and wrapped it around me so it looked like the ammo packs that he has on him. I looked awesome. To be fair, I looked amazing. If I was in any contest, I definitely would have won. But yeah, really pissing me off when I would come up. People would be like, "Are you Bigfoot?" Like, go fuck yourself. I'm Chewbacca. You fucking know. I have like a crossbow. He has a crossbow.
You Bigfoot?
Fucking asshole.
Could you say you're Bigfoot for me?
It wasn't helping that I went with a friend that was nothing Chewbacca related.
Could you say you're Bigfoot if I give you 2 pieces of candy? Like, I'm Bigfoot. Yeah, fuck you. Get out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, kid.
Get out of here, kid. Take 2 Twix.
Take your fucking candy.
I only got circus peanuts. Get out of here.
Yeah.
What's the probably the worst but most common candy to get trick-or-treating, you think? I'm trying to think. Those weird flavored Tootsie Rolls.
A lot of chocolate.
I think
chocolate is a lot.
Yeah, the little tinfoil bullshit.
The tinfoil bullshit.
It's like, this is a ghost.
Or like the Hershey's.
This is just crappy chocolate.
I would say, yeah, either the Twizzlers or chocolate.
Yeah.
Like just generally chocolate. I know the most rare was always like Reese's Cups. Like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Like, if you ever got Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, you were like, fucking lit. So happy. I want to go back around to that person's house and get some more Reese's Cups, because that shit was expensive.
Yeah.
To buy enough to hand out, like, by themselves.
I always like getting Twix.
Twix were, yeah.
Oh, that was always good.
Because Twix was stuff I would never buy.
Candy.
I would never buy Twix. But if I went and got Twix for free, I would eat them. Twix. Trix? Not Trix. Trix is candy.
Twix.
Trix
is cereal.
Twix.
I think
I got it.
I've only gotten like maybe one candy or caramel apple from trick-or-treating. And then all the other ones I've ever had were like at a festival or something. Like, 2 tickets for a caramel apple.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is a candy apple.
I
You
think,
piece of shit. I'm going to murder you with a stick.
I got my fucking kill you. I know I was always unlucky when it came to candy compared to my sister. My sister, one year, she went and she was trick-or-treating with a friend of hers. And they went kind of late. So they came to, it was like, 9 o'clock. And by that time, people are already like out of candy and ready to go inside and go to sleep and shit. My sister is going around one last house, and they knock on the door because the light's still on. And the lady opens the door, and she goes, "Oh, I didn't think I was going to get any more kids of the night." And they were like, "Yeah, trick or treat." And then she was like, "Here you go." And she handed them like a trash bag full of candy. Like, just like this lady had stocked up for the candy apocalypse, and then my sister and her friend just happened to come by. Literally, like, she actually had to give her another bag. She had to give her another bag to hold all the candy, because she was like, "I have all this candy, and I'm just gonna give it away because I don't want any of it." And then that same year, my mom took me to the mall, because they were having like you walk around the stores, and the stores were handing out candy, but they were so fucking stingy. They gave out one piece of candy. Like one piece of candy per kid. And so I had a bag of like 30 pieces of candy. And then my parents were like, "No, it's too late. We're not going to go trick-or-treating anymore." And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Because of course my sister is like, "No, I'm not going to let you have any of my candy. Fuck you. Like, this is mine. I got it." And I'm like, damn it. I was just always fucking unlucky with that shit. I hated it.
Could have been worse. Could have been like one of those Jimmy Kimmel, "I ate all your candy" kids.
Oh, yeah. I ate all your candy.
I fucking love those.
Traumatize those
so
kids.
Funny.
Make them not trust their parents.
Why you ate all my candy? Like, I was hungry.
Yeah. I was fucking hungry. I needed it.
Yep, I actually kind of do hate you a little bit. That's why I did this. It's kind of fun for me.
Yeah. This is getting back for all those years that you're tormenting me.
And then at the very end, actually, I didn't. Jimmy Kimmel told me to. And they're like, "Ha ha ha, Mom, you're so funny. I love your sense of humor."
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jimmy Kimmel. I love the ones where the kids don't get over it. Even when they're like, "No, we didn't eat your candy. It's right here." And they're still just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
It's not fucking funny. Stop fucking laughing at me.
Who told you? Jimmy Kimmel? I hate him.
So what would you say is your scariest Halloween memory?
I don't really think I have any, because I'm super lame. Scary for me is that I have the lights off in the front porch light off.
Oh yeah.
And someone still knocks on the door, and I have to pretend that I'm not there. like that's.
I'm sorry, but I have to tell you, I'm not here. I'm not here.
Not really big on haunted houses. The scariest one I went to was actually in Universal Studios Orlando.
Oh yeah.
They had a Van Helsing haunted house.
Nice.
It was actually pretty scary.
Van Helsing of the movie?
Yeah. But I don't think it really had any like the characters. It was just like, this is Van Helsing themed, so it's gonna be spooky.
Oh, got you. Okay.
It was a pretty good haunted house. Cool. Like, there's emergency exits that people try and go out of.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Try, like they don't make it out, like it's locked.
Well, like
and they're like, haha, trick, that's part of the scare.
No, they would open it, there'd be someone outside the door and be like, no, you can't go out this way. You have to go through the fucking haunted house.
But that's the point of the emergency exit.
No, it's emergency if there's like a fire, not if you're just like, I'm uncomfortable.
If you're just super scared. There was one that I went to, if I remember correctly, my father knew someone who was like ran like a I guess like an acting troupe, but worked with kids, and they set up in a haunted house, and it was actually really cool. It was like in a theater, and so you like start out with this theater and you watch this like 5-minute scary clip, and then they escorted you out of the theater into this like area that they had set up to be all scary and shit. And there was like one part where you had to like crawl through this like series of boxes, I think, almost like a vent. But there were holes that you couldn't see on the sides, and so as you're going through, hands are coming out and grabbing you, and like pushing you and stuff, and it was really scary. And then they had set up like a place for a girl with like a bloody, messed up face to lay in the floor, and then there was like glass like covering her face, and so like as you're walking through, you look down and you just see this girl looking up at you, and you're like, oh fuck. Like it was really scary, and I was probably a little bit too young. I was probably a little bit too young to go through it, because it did like that. The rest of that night, I was fucking speechless. Like I was completely traumatized. Like my parents were like, "That was scary," and my sister was like, "Yeah, that was really scary." And I'm just like, I got the 1,000-yard stare. And my parents were like, "Well, hey, do you guys want to go get some pizza?" And my sister's like, "Yeah, let's go get pizza." And I'm just staring off into the distance. Even like we pull up, and I'm just sitting in the car. And then they go, all right, come on, Steven. Come on. We got to know what pizza you want. So I go and I walk in, and then I'm just sitting there in the Domino's. And my family's like, yeah, we'll take 2 large pepperoni pizzas with some breadsticks. And my sister's like, yay! And I'm just staring at the menu, just blankly, just flip the fuck out. I was not prepared. But that was probably one of them. Yeah, that shit was fun. And then I think that's why that pushed me, is like I need to scare the shit out of kids. I need to fucking terrify the shit out of kids, because
they need to know my pain.
And yeah, I need to traumatize them like I was traumatized. But it was a lot of fun. I know one of the things I did that I was really cool about, that I was really happy about, was we had like a trailer that you could hitch up to the back of your car, and we brought it to the front yard and set it down. And then I laid in it, and then we made a fake body that was next to me. And then both of our legs were sticking out. So it was like a trailer, but it didn't have like the 4. It wasn't like a wall trailer. It was just like one that was open. Okay. And so we set it in the front yard. I was laying in it, and then we made a fake body, like a fake pair of legs. We like took some jeans and stuffed some towels in it, and to make like legs, and we stuffed it, and then we put it next to me, and then we covered the body, so you couldn't see me, and then we put the candy like next to it, and then as kids would come by, they'd be like, and I think we put a sign on it that said "Body Wagon" or something like that, and then as kids would come by and grab candy, I would sit up. And one of the bodies would move or something, and that was fun. That was fucking fun as shit.
Why are you so mean?
Well, so I had a code. Like my mom would like we had like a code word. I can't remember what, but like if my mom said something, like something specific, I wouldn't scare him, because I wouldn't scare kids. Like, I wouldn't scare toddlers. If it was like a 2 or 3-year-old, I was like, I'd just let him go and whatever. But if it was like, I told my mom, I'm like 8 and above, I'm scaring the fuck out of them. Because 8 and above, they got it coming. They deserve it.
It is a little weird, because like, maybe they're not like all the way into the whole being scared thing. Yeah. Like they're like all in on the whole, oh, I'm gonna go out and get some free candy, I'm gonna rot my teeth out, it's gonna be a blast. I'm going to hide in my room. Mom and Dad can't tell me what to do. ooh, and I'm gonna pretend to be someone else. They're all on board for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you bring out a chainsaw or an axe, or like a little spider or a hand that sits in the candy bowl that pops out, and they're like, nope, that is not what I'm about. No, thank you.
I think some of them do get surprised by that. I think some of them are like, oh shit, this is some fucking real shit, dude. I can die tonight.
I mean, that's just not like part of the equation that really comes up with parents. Like, oh, you want to go out and get scared?
Yeah.
Do you want to be terrified? They're always like, go get some candy.
Yeah, go get some candy.
With your friends.
Yeah, go with your friends. Go get some candy.
Go walk around. Yeah, enjoy the community.
Mm-hmm.
And then other people are like, there was
one kid I definitely fucked up. Because it was when I had the body wagon, and I'm laying there, and the other legs are sticking out, and I'm sitting there, and the kid walks over, and he comes over to the other pair of legs, and is like, nah, he like kicks him. He like kicks the legs and is like, nah, this isn't real. He's dead. He's not even real. And then as he's kicking and like tugging on the fake pair of legs, I sit up and stare right at him, and he like turns around and his dad says, nah, they're not real, and then turns back and sees me and is like just traumatized. Like he skips the shock, he just goes straight to crying. Like he's like, I'm dead. Like, I am done. This is just it.
Sounds like a piece of shit kid. Sounds like he deserved it.
We're going
does this toll booth worker want to be on our podcast as a guest?
I don't think so. Probably not. Thanks so much. All right.
We could have had a guest.
Going through the toll booth, baby. Toll booth, baby, tonight. I gotta roll my window up or else it's gonna sound like shit, baby.
I'm pretty sure it already kind of sounds like shit.
We're already gonna sound
kind
like
of tough
shit,
to be correct.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine.
Spooky stuff.
Okay, so do you have any Halloween movies you like to watch when the Halloween season comes around?
No.
Nope.
Don't do it. I don't really get into that.
You don't mess with that shit?
I don't mess. I'm trying to think of anything scary that I really liked recently.
Hocus Pocus.
No, the closest I'll get to like a horror movie is like thriller genre.
Yeah.
Like Silence of the Lambs.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
I can get into that.
Yeah. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Yeah, I mean that's about it.
Yeah, I like to at least watch a scary movie. But like also just anything Halloween themed.
Do you have a go-to?
Okay, so first off, I do love watching Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
When it comes on TV, I watch it every fucking year. I love that movie. But let's see, scary movie. I mean, I'm not too picky. I don't have one in particular I go to. I do like watching like Friday the 13th. Surprisingly, not Halloween.
Really?
I think the Halloween movies are great. I'm not that big a fan though. Like to me, they aren't the scary movie. I enjoy certain scary movies, but Halloween is just kind of it's there. I like Nightmare on Elm Street too. If that one ever comes on TV, I'm definitely like, fuck yeah, let's watch this marathon.
What about Harry Potter?
Not too terrifying is the Harry Potter.
Ooh, but he's
I mean, he's scary to
warlock.
He's scary to Christian families.
It's so funny, like when that first came out, like all the churches I would go to, they'd be like, "Don't let your kids watch Harry Potter. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. You can't watch it. It's not good for them." And now it's like, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Good
I was actually I was talking a bit about this with my sister. She's a huge Harry Potter fan. If you know anything about either Harry Potter or witchcraft, you know that they are not the same fucking thing. Like, and what was especially ridiculous is that people were like, Harry Potter is a go-to book on how to be a witch. And it's like, you understand that like all the ingredients to make potions, they're not real ingredients. You can't get a mandrake root. You can't get a troll tongue. That's not something you can buy.
I know a guy.
Oh, you know a guy? Well, I mean,
a
if you
guy.
know a guy, if you
Yeah.
if you got the hookup, bro, dude. Like,
The other thing about the
hook
the
me
Harry
up.
Potter canon is like, is Jesus a wizard? Because they celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, they do.
They're
I
like,
don't
here's
know.
presents, and he
That's a
he
good
died
question.
for our
Magical
Whatever.
sins.
our magic sins.
Our magic sins.
We didn't hocus pocus
Yeah.
them out of here.
I don't know. That is a good question for Harry Potter.
They don't celebrate Halloween though, as far as I can tell.
No, they just do fall. I think. I don't think they do Halloween. Well, because what are they going to dress up as? Wizards?
Yeah.
No, they dress up as Muggles. Like they come up just dressed up in a suit
We're
and go,
normal.
They're like,
Hello.
yeah, it's like trick or treat. They're like, what are you? And they're like, oh, I'm Gary from accounting. Like,
Hello. Does your automobile honk?
yeah.
Does it
Does
have a
your
honk-
does your
honker?
automobile not fly? That's mine then, because I'm a Muggle. And they're like, okay.
My automobile. I don't have a flying broomstick.
I think Voldemort should
Take the bus.
Halloween costume with a Groucho Marx glasses, just so he knows what a nose is like.
Solid.
Solid. Oh, that's the one thing about Voldemort I've never thought of. He can't grow a mustache. Or if he does, where would it go? Like, where would the mustache be?
Well, he's like a chemo patient, right?
That's
the
an
other part?
albino chemo patient. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
I'm just making more noises. 'Cause,
More car noises.
We
than
already
what's
got a lot of
being
noises
made.
going on. It
Yeah.
couldn't hurt.
Hey, we're gonna funnel out all the noises with our talking, not with our noise makery. Oh, you know what I used to love watching?
Yes.
During Halloween.
Yes.
I loved watching.
You're gonna let me say it, aren't you?
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
The Golden Girls.
Yeah. Okay, I watch Golden Girls year round, so that's a given.
Okay.
No. Like the ABC Family and certain like Discovery Channel, they would have those ghost documentaries and ghost related shows and stuff. I would watch those all the time, but they were such bullshit. I can't remember any of their names, but one of them was okay, so they would talk about a castle in England or a castle somewhere, wherever castles exist. One of the ones I remember specifically is they went to Dracula's castle. So they gave a history of Dracula's castle and being like, this is the castle of Vlad the Impaler, and he impaled people and he killed people and he was a bad guy and he was who Dracula is based off of. And you're like, okay, that's interesting. And then the last half of the show was them taking a family and putting them in the castle and having them spend the night or whatever, and then they'd have shit happen, and it was very easy to tell it's basically them in a haunted house. They were told to go through a section of the castle, and then noises would happen, loud bangs and shit would happen, and you're like, someone's just rigged a machine to smack a door or whatever, make a noise. You're just tricking these people. But they would show, so on one episode they went to Dracula's castle and they showed a layout of the map. The next episode they go to the castle of Bloody Mary, right? The queen who would bathe in the blood of virgins tomato juice to stay young, right? They do the same thing. They go through the history. They put another family in the house or in the castle, and they have them go and be all spookied and shit. And then they would show the layout of the castle. The exact same layout. All they did was turn it. Like one of the rooms is square, one of the rooms is a circle. All they did was switch them and be like, this one's square and this one's circle. And it's like, you fucking lazy people. You guys aren't even. I bet these people aren't even going into a fucking house. I bet they're going to some kind of fucking movie set that was left over from a movie.
Welcome to One Night in a Ghost Adventure hideout place. Today we're gonna be hiding out in the set A. I mean Dracula's castle.
Castle Dracula.
Next week we'll be hiding out on set B. I mean Bloody Mary's castle. Tune in next time where we go to Frankenstein's Manor or set A. Damn it.
Set B. It was so God. It was just lazy. It was lazy as shit. It was I bet you people are just taking them to the same fucking place. I bet you guys are taking the same exact fucking place.
I wonder how, like, for the families doing that, like, the annoying to fun ratio.
Right.
And how much is that balance tipped off by, like, okay, how much are we getting paid?
Well, yeah, especially because, like, some of the people were just they would freak the fuck out. And it's like, I get it's being scary, but you're freaking out a little bit too hard. Like, a noise would go off, and the wife is just, and the husband's like, it's okay. After a while, I'd be like, listen, bitch, go die. Like, I'm sick and tired of dealing with your shit. Like, I'm fucking done. Go. Like, I can't stand your constant fucking screaming. All they did was rig up a noise machine to go off. I can't fucking stand this anymore. I want a divorce. Like, it just gets really serious.
I want a divorce. For some reason, that's the way that sounds in my mind.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to stick together to survive this scary night, or I'm gonna divorce you.
Speaking of, like, ghost shows, did you watch a lot of Ghost Hunters?
Nah.
I watched the shit out of that show.
Nah,
I love the fuck out of it.
That one.
One of my favorite episodes has to be when they caught somebody, or they think they caught somebody fucking with their investigation. It's the funniest thing on the planet because they get so fucking mad. They get so mad.
Bro, they're doing groundbreaking
scientific testing
investigation here.
Oh man, so they were on a
oh shit, where are we stuck?
They were on some kind of haunted ship, right? And
the SS Spooky.
The SS Spooky
ship.
Spook. And it was one of those. It was like one of those ships where it had a long history of, like, in World War II and shit like that. Blah blah blah. But they're on this old battleship, and there's, like, one room in particular where something spooky is supposed to happen, and they set up a recording in that room, and it's got, like, a bed on it, and they go through, they do their investigation, and then they find the recording, and they look in their findings of the recording. They realize that there was a moment where the bed, like the covers moved, like they get pulled up. And so at first they're like, "Oh shit, we have a ghost messing with the covers on the bed." Like, whoa! Like, some of the people would say that when they slept in that room, that they would feel like someone, like, tugging on their feet. So, like, whoa, somebody did it. And then they, like, looked at the film again. They were like, wait a minute. Somebody pushed, like, stop on the recording button and then hit record again. And they realized that, like, somebody must have gone in and stopped the recording, messed with the bed, and then made it look like it got pulled. Like there was a way to go into that room that they didn't know about, that where you could come behind the camera. And they fucking went and found the people who, like, hired them or got them in to go to that ship, and they fucking tore into them. And it was so funny because you're like, you're fucking ghost hunting. You need to stop taking this shit so seriously. You guys aren't fucking curing cancer. And then somebody came in and messed with one of the test samples. Like, you need to come out. You need to calm down. It was so funny. He's like, this is one of the single most unprofessional things I have ever dealt with. I can't believe somebody messed with our investigation. We could have been actually catching ghosts, but now we don't know because everything is tainted. Like, all right, Barry, remember that you're a plumber during the day. Like, you're half of your equipment comes from the fact that you're a rotor-rooter. Like, this is fun.
Look at this.
The new podcast in traffic.
Well, it's because all these pieces of shit think, like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and be smart, and no one's in this lane, and like, oh, no one's in this lane because it emerges into that lane.
Yeah.
Did we mention that we're driving while we're doing this?
Oh, yeah, we're driving.
We mentioned that off the top, right?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think we did. This is the moving podcast.
Yeah, we're mobile.
We are mobile.
Time to go mobile.
Time to go mobile. No more strawberries. Strawberries are packed with fiber.
Look at all these douchebags. Like,
fucking douchebags. This is the road rage section of the podcast where we make fun of people around us.
Hey, you're a douchebag. You're a double douchebag. That's the extent of my
the guy ahead of us is
creative
from fucking
name calling.
New Mexico.
You're
What's up,
a
New Mexico?
double douchebag.
You're a triple douchebag. How about that? Yeah, you're an infinite douchebag. How about that, huh? You're an infinite douchebag. Equinox altitude. That's how you know
They're
you're going
from
fucking
New
insane.
Mexico.
Yeah, we got New Mexico and we got Florida.
Huh.
We just got some fucking foreign ass people here. The back of my car says Arizona, so.
Oh yeah.
Arizona, New Mexico.
Well, these could be rentals. We don't know.
True, very true.
That's something
Come
for
on,
me
merge.
that's like a little bit of my
Merge.
inner child dying.
What's that?
Like you used to be like, oh my goodness, this person's all the way from blah 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 state, and now I realize like, oh, they could have just got a rental car.
Right.
They could just have flown in and be like, I'm here on a business trip.
Yeah.
I need to go talk to the client.
Well, yeah, and it's like, and just from traveling from places, it's like seeing Arizona and Maryland. I would see where some people are like, oh, what the fuck is a guy from Arizona doing here? But it's like, at the same time, it's like, I've made that drive. Like, I understand how people get here.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking drive really far. That guy's got stuff to do. That guy's got places to go. He's like, fuck y'all. I'm gonna pass on the right because I'm an
10
asshole.
seconds early. Fucking chumps.
Fucking chumps.
I ain't no cuck.
So,
I ain't no cuck. I'ma get home when I need to get home. You do you. You do you, guy.
Let's get back on track.
No.
Okay,
Where were we?
I'm sorry. I don't know. We were talking about spooks. We were talking about spooks and stuff. Oh, I know. What did you have any favorite scary stories growing up?
No.
No.
I don't like scary stuff.
You just don't like scary stuff at all?
No.
Well, there's got to be a reason though. Like, there's a reason you don't like scary stuff because you were told a scary story and it scared you.
No.
So much so that you don't want to repeat it.
It's not like I don't really get like the ooh that was fun. Whole adrenaline rush. I'm just kind of like now I just have like shitty thoughts in my head.
Oh.
Like, this isn't fun. Why am I like thinking of people like being dismembered, or a dude that's gonna come and murder you?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun. Like, no, what? Why?
Yeah, I don't know if I get so much in the enjoyment of like, because I think the way I heard it explained to some people is like, there's a fear that you're gonna die or a fear of something that can kill you, but then you're okay. Like when you're watching a scary movie and something jumps at you, your brain is like, you can die, but then it's like, no, it's just a movie, it's okay. And so that's the feeling. Is like why people are happy is because they're like, fuck, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm safe. Everything is good. And it's like, so scary movies feel good to people because of near-death experiences, like because you think you're gonna die and then you don't. Like, that's weird. Like that's where the adrenaline comes into it. But I don't know. I've always just liked them. I've always liked scary stories. I like scary stories or scary like movies as well because I think that they will sometimes have the more interesting stories. You know, they have the twists. They have the twist endings. It's like action movies, they don't have good twist endings. It's always the same as like, what? The guy that hired me is the guy that tried to get me killed? What? Or, oh, my friend and ally that I thought was my buddy betrayed me because he wanted to get more money out of it? What? Oh, how crazy. And it's like, it's fucking boring. You know, what about fucking movie where, you know, a guy thinks his daughter has made up some kind of imaginary friend.
I saw that one.
And then finds out that he is the imaginary friend, that he's got like split personalities. Like,
no.
that's a good fucking twist. That's a good twist.
Actually, I don't know if I saw that one or if I had that one spoiled for me.
It's got
De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a really good one. Yeah, spoiler alert. I just ruined it for some people. It's still a good movie. Go see it.
I mean, for me, that's the thing about like horror movies. So like, you can get them spoiled, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the same thing about like the thriller type genre.
Yeah, but like thriller and horror, they definitely suspense. Have that thing of, if it's ruined for you, then it's just absolutely ruined. Like if it's spoiled, then there's just no point in watching it, because the entirety of a horror movie is to get to the end, where that twist is usually revealed. And so if it gets spoiled for you, then there's no point in watching it. I was so mad at this one kid. I can't even remember his fucking name. I just call him Prickhead in my mind every time I think about this, where the movie Freddy vs. Jason was coming out. And I was so excited to see it because I was a huge fan of both Freddy and Jason. So I was like, fuck yes, I cannot wait to see this movie. And this dude calls me, which is weird because he wasn't a buddy of mine. He wasn't a friend, so I don't even know how he got my number. But he got my number and calls me and is like, "Hey, Steven, how's it going?" I go, "Oh, pretty good." Like, "What are you doing?" Like, "Oh, I'm about to go watch Freddy vs. Jason with my family." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I just saw that movie. It was really good." I said, Yeah, I know. I'm. That's what I've heard. I can't wait to go see." He goes, "Yeah, dude, at the end, like, Jason cut off Freddy's head, and he's walking out of the water with his head, and then he winks." And it's like, you can go fucking die. I'm literally on my way to the movie theater to watch this fucking movie, and you call me for the sole purpose of telling me the ending. Go fucking die. And I still saw the movie and I still watched it because I wasn't sure exactly what part he was even talking about anyway. Because it turns out to be an after credit scene, what he was talking about specifically. But I was still like, I hope that kid's dead. I really do. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing with his life. I hope he's dead. He's a cunt. Because that I was so fucking mad. Like, I'm starting to think that somebody told him that I went to go see it, and then he, like, purposely did that. He's like, "I'm going to call Steven up, and I'm going to fucking ruin the movie for him."
But what if that kid was secretly the devil?
Well, then he's in hell where he belongs. He's in hell where he belongs.
But what if he was sent to punish you for your sins?
Well, then from now on, I'm going to be the holiest person on the planet so that he can't have the fucking satisfaction.
But he already did.
Well, from now on, though.
Oh.
From now on, no more spanking it to furry porn.
Yeah, that would probably get you sent to hell real quick.
That's the real fear.
Even if, like, you led, like, a perfectly saintly life, God would be like, no, go.
So what?
Get out of here. He'd, like, throw a stick at you.
What about scary games? You ever play scary
nose.
Games? Dead Space? Stuff like that?
I tried to play one scary game. I can't remember what it was.
Was it Amnesia?
No.
Was it Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, but that
Five
that
Nights
looks
at
creepy
Freddy
as fuck.
2? The first two look pretty scary, and then from the rest of them, I think they kind of jumped the shark. Like, they're just not really all that good. Like, first off, they seem more difficult, but, like, difficult with, like, a way that's, like, I don't even understand how the fuck you're supposed to play. And then they just, like... Because the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's was actually making, like, Christian Bible games. And then people were kind of like, yeah, that's all you do is you just make those types of games. He's like, no, I could make games. I could make other games if I wanted to. And he had this recurring dream about a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic coming to get him. And so he created Five Nights at Freddy's basically from that idea. But yeah, so which one did you play? Was it a Silent Hill?
As I said.
A Resident Evil?
I can't remember.
God of War?
Is that scary?
No.
Just a bunch of push.
But maybe if you don't like scary games, then maybe that's.
What if I have just a weird phobia of turtle monsters?
Turtle monsters?
Yeah, like Koopas.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja
like
Turtles?
Those give me the big freak, like the creeps. I have a cousin who has like a really bad irrational fear of the Peanuts. The Charlie Brown characters.
Really?
Like when she looks at them, she starts crying. So like for her, like just kind of a regular little game about Snoopy would
fucking terrify the shit out of her.
I think it's their heads.
Yeah,
their
they
head
do have
shapes that get to her.
They have weird shapes. Sure.
And I'm not talking about like a 5-year-old cousin either. I'm talking about like a 16, 17-year-old.
Wow, so they just do have a fear of it.
Yeah.
Wow,
like
Peanuts decaphobia
real
or something like that.
Irrational fear.
Wow.
Of these cartoon
That's
characters.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't mind playing scary games. I don't play them too often. Like I don't think I've ever completed them because I can't. After a while, and I don't know if it's necessarily that they get too scary, but just some of them are like, it's like I just don't want to keep going because I know it's gonna keep scaring me, and so I just don't want to do it. Like the Dead Space game, I played I think I played like 60% of Dead Space, and then I quit. And then I got the newest Resident Evil game. That's really spooky. That one's actually really intense. The new Resident Evil. Like, I think it's like Resident Evil 6 or 7.
Isn't that the one where they... Didn't they fire that guy that made it? Like, he made that and then, like, the Metal Gear games?
Oh, no, that's...
Then they fire him or something like that?
That's for Silent Hill. That was for Silent. I'm talking about Resident Evil. I know you're talking about... I can't remember his name right now. But yeah, the guy that worked on Metal Gear and also most of the Silent Hills, he got fired. Still hoping that he comes out with a new Silent Hill.
So Resident Evil 6 is the one where it looks like the 6 looks like the giraffe that's making the dude blow him. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
It's not that one. I think it's like 7 because it's the one after that one. No, it's the one where, like, instead of it being like some of the other Resident Evils, it's actually like, so it's first person, and also you're in, like, you get trapped by like some backwood, like, crazy hillbilly family who gets infected with some kind of crazy, you know, Resident Evil juice or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, it's really good actually. Like, it's just a fun game, but it does have some good spooks. Like, from the get-go, you get your hand cut off, and like at the beginning of the game, you get your left hand cut off, right? But then the family has some, like, part of that juice can, like, heal you. Like, part of the weird shit that they eat can heal you. So they, like, take your hand, they put it back, and then they staple it to your arm.
And they juice
they juice you up, and it, like, and then you can use your arm. But, like, when you go to, like, look at your arm, like, cause, like, your arm will have a watch, and the watch is, like, the pause menu. When you pause it and you, like, look at your watch, you have, like, staples on your arm. But, like, and it's just attached to it. I'm like, that's some MacGyver shit right there. I was like, don't worry, we got it. We got it figured out. But, yeah, it's really good. It's really intense.
Yeah, the closest... You know what? I'm probably thinking of, like, some Mario game. Like a haunted house in a Mario game. Like, that was a scary game for me.
Like Luigi's Mansion?
No. No, like, just like a haunted house mansion level on, like, Super Mario World.
Oh, got you.
I'm like, ooh.
With a bunch of booze all over the place, and you're like, oh, shit.
That's how deep I get.
Yeah. I don't.
Your pocket's making Pikachu sounds.
My pocket is making Pikachu sounds. Well, it's actually my phone, not my pocket.
Nah, you got a Pikachu in your pocket.
Well, I mean, hey.
It's happy to see.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing.
Well, you know what? That was actually a perfect thing. Perfect transition. Pokemon. There's some fucking horrifying stories coming out of Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Like, God, what's the most horrifying?
Murder.
No, Hypno. You know Hypno? First generation.
The Cubone and Ghastly stuff, but okay.
That one's with that. Yeah, those are the Cubone one is sad. The Cubone one is sad as shit. The Cubone and Marowak one.
What about?
So the Cubone.
The other one.
The Hypno.
Yeah.
The Hypno one. Some of the Pokédex talk about how Hypno. He's the Pokemon for those that has the what's it called? Like he can like mind fuck you. What's it called?
Uh-huh. That's what's in the children's game. That's
yeah.
what they call it.
No, what is it when they have the thing that they pull back and forth?
Hypnotize you?
Yeah, hypnotize you. Hypnotize. But like he's got the thing that you use to do it.
Oh.
I can't think of what it's called because it's got a name.
The
Jimmy Dean. So he takes the Jimmy Dean and he hypnotizes children and then leads them into the forest never to be seen again.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This like it's a kid's game. And you've got a fucking pedo Hypno who goes and takes kids and does what with them? You don't fucking know. That one's fucking terrifying. Yeah, the Cubone one is really sad and very morbid. Cubone, like, when a mother Marowak dies, then a Cubone puts on the mother's skull, and that's why he's in the skull. But then when he evolves into a Marowak, then the skull of his mother basically becomes infused to him, and then it like becomes a part of him. It's fucking weird. It's fucking some weird shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Japan. Are you tired?
No, I'm just got the Yannis.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
You ever just have the Yannis?
Yeah, when you got the Yannis and you're not fucking sleepy at all,
Just have them.
and it just like it just tells you, and you're like, oh, why the fuck am I yawning?
Why do I got the Yannis, man?
You gotta put out this yawning.
That's my street name, by the way.
Yawning?
Little Yanni.
Little Yanni. DJ Yawning? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Sounds like a Chinese guy. Mr. Yawning, yes. Thank you so much for coming for this meeting.
Yeah, boy. Seriously, boy, come on. Come on. I'm your father.
Respect your father. All right, well, I think this is a good time, this place to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the Halloween edition Off the Board podcast. This is Steven.
And this is Mark.
And thank you so much. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Pornhub. Follow us on Tumblr. Follow us on Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, ChatSnap, Tinder, Grindr. And yeah, like and comment and subscribe. And you guys have a fantastic, spooky, scary, safe Halloween. Kids, make sure you check the candy for glass. And parents, make sure you hide the glass really well.